Standing desks have increased greatly in popularity over the last few years due to the health effects surrounding sitting for extended periods of time. Some studies go as far as to say standing desks improve posture, increase productivity, heighten the senses, decrease fatigue, and even burn more calories than a traditional desk. Sounds divine. But what kind of effect would such a configuration have on a gamer? Is a standing desk what you need to elevate your game? Or will their claims fail to stand up to scrutiny? More puns to follow. First, let's take a moment to discuss the rationale behind a standing desk. The high-level concern is that the human body was not designed to sit for extended periods of time. However, you can make an argument that it wasn't designed to stand for extended periods of time either. Anything, when done in excess, can be potentially harmful to your body. That is why companies like Flexispot have developed products that allow you to switch between a standing and sitting orientation in just a matter of seconds. Let's take a look at such a workstation. Well, Flexispot was generous enough to provide me with a 35-inch flexible workstation for this review. While on the larger side, the workstation offers enough usable space to justify its use of real estate. The workstation features a large upper work surface with a removable keyboard tray underneath. The gas spring hover system allows for smooth and stable adjustment. The crisscross design means the desk doesn't come toward you while it's raising up, but actually raises up perfectly straight while staying level. Even when raised to its highest setting, desk wobble is minimal. To actuate the mechanism, there are two large handles on either side of the desk. Once activated, the user can adjust the height to one of 12 locked positions. The workstation can even support loads of up to 35 pounds. Due to the nature of the product, safe use is obviously important. For that reason, the workstation was designed with pinch prevention features in mind. The activation levers are located a safe distance away from any moving parts and require both hands to activate. This leaves no chance of getting fingers caught within the mechanism. Even with this feature, the crisscross arms closed with adequate space left between them. An integrated tablet stand makes multitasking all the simpler. There's adequate space for exceptionally large displays, and cutouts for charging cables are included. Finally, to make the most of your flexible new setup, a monitor arm mount is located at the rear of the workstation, but let's look at this from a gamer's perspective. Now, we're all aware of the reports out there that say that sitting is the new smoking, or that getting a standing desk will improve everything from your posture to your sex life. Maybe that's why large tech companies such as Google and Facebook make standing desks an option for their employees. A recent study published by Business Insider found that employees were roughly 10% more productive when standing as opposed to sitting. While these results are interesting, it does beg the question, what kind of effect would standing have on gaming performance? Hardcore gamers everywhere look for every possible exploit to use against their opponents. From a less resistant texture on a mousepad to a keyboard with a slightly shorter key travel, it would seem that a truly dedicated gamer leaves no rock unturned when it comes to squeezing every ounce of performance out of their gaming setup. It would stand to reason then that a standing desk is at least worth a look. So I decided to put this theory to the test. Over the last 2 weeks I've been standing a lot more often than sitting while I've been gaming casually. While I have admittedly found that I've been more alert, this hasn't translated to any measurable increase to my mediocre gaming performance. That being said, this is not a product that yields instant results. Having a full-time job and being a father of 2 means I'm not afforded the luxury of gaming for hours on end, uninterrupted. There are, however, instances where the workstation has made a tangible difference. Working from home and editing videos are both instances where I can be found in front of my computer for hours at a time. It's in these moments where the workstation shines. After a few hours, it's surprisingly refreshing to be able to stand up and take a break while still continue to work. I've also noticed that my attention is more singularly focused while I'm standing. While this did not seem to help my KD ratio, it has helped me accomplish more throughout the day. All that being said, I do still have some critiques. While I was surprised at both the stability and the rigidity of the workstation, I was unpleasantly surprised at how heavy the thing is. If you're thinking about purchasing the 35-inch workstation or larger, please make sure you have someone to help you move it. It doesn't do any good to buy a workstation to improve your posture if you throw your back out trying to set it up. Also, your cable management skills will be put to the test. Not only do you have to keep the cables clear of any moving parts, but you have to allow enough slack so that the workstation can be raised the required 14 inches of travel. Although the keyboard tray does provide some routing for cables, it would have been nice to see better support for those of us using wired peripherals. This would clean up the overall appearance of the workstation, not to mention keep cords from interfering with the mechanism. The keyboard tray is another area for potential improvement. Although it is removable, it offers no flexibility independent of the rest of the workstation. I also found the surface area for the mouse a bit restrictive. I understand I'm using larger than average peripherals, but more than once I found myself coming in contact, annoyingly, with the bottom of the workstation. Finally, while the tablet stand is a nice touch, I think a phone stand would have been more useful. The existing cutout is too deep to be effectively used by even the largest of smartphones. A shallower cutout, or even just the inclusion of a small plastic adapter to help the phone stick out more, would have been appreciated. In conclusion, there are better ways to elevate your gaming prowess. Okay, I'm done. Buying a Flexispot workstation will not lift you to the top of any leaderboard. Okay, really, I'm done. However, if you spend as much time as I do in front of a computer, gaming or otherwise, your body will thank you for the occasional change in scenery. If you felt that this review was helpful and/or insightful, then go ahead and leave it a like. Please dislike this video if you felt anything else. You may also be interested in some of our other reviews here, as well as subscribing so you can catch future content on this channel in the future. Also, in the video description you will find links to Flexispot workstations and also their website, and go ahead and comment down below if you have suggestions for future video reviews. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.